I never expected my hairstylist to blow up my entire relationship with one casual observation. But sometimes the truth comes from the most unexpected places. Ashley had been doing my hair for 2 years. She was more than just my stylist. She was practically my therapist. Every appointment turned into a confession session where I'd spill everything happening in my life while she worked her magic with scissors and color. That particular Tuesday, I walked into the salon complaining about my boyfriend Marcus. Something felt off lately. He'd been distant, protective of his phone, coming home at odd hours. When I'd ask about his day, I'd get one-word answers. Classic red flags, but I kept telling myself I was being paranoid. Ashley sectioned my hair, nodding along as I rambled. Then she asked, almost too casually, if Marcus was the tall guy with the beard who drove that silver Accord. My stomach tightened. Yeah, why? She stopped cutting. The silence stretched for what felt like forever. Then she told me she'd seen him at Target 3 weeks earlier. Nothing strange about that, except he wasn't alone. He was with a woman pushing a stroller, and they were buying baby formula. Together, holding hands. The woman kept calling him daddy while cooing at the baby. The salon suddenly felt too hot. I stared at my reflection in the mirror, watching my face drain of color. Are you absolutely sure it was him? Ashley met my eyes in the mirror and nodded slowly. She'd almost waved to him, but something about the scene stopped her. The intimacy, the familiarity, the way they moved together like they'd done this 1,000 times before. Marcus and I had been together for 8 months. Not once had he mentioned having a child. In fact, he'd been adamant about not wanting kids. He told me his ex from college was unstable and that whole experience had turned him off parenthood completely. I believed every word. I forced myself to ask what the woman looked like. Ashley described a petite brunette, mid-20s, wearing a wedding ring. My heart hammered against my ribs. Ashley kept talking, filling the terrible silence. The baby looked around 6 months old. Marcus hadn't fumbled around the store like a confused visitor. He'd walked straight to the formula aisle like he'd memorized the layout. He knew exactly which brand to grab. I don't remember what my hair looked like when Ashley finished. I paid, walked to my car, and sat there for 30 minutes, gripping the steering wheel. Should I confront him? Did I need more proof? Was there any innocent explanation for what Ashley saw? That evening, Marcus came home at 8 with Thai food, smiling like nothing was wrong. I tried to act normal, but every time his phone lit up, nausea rolled through me. When he went to shower, I did something I'd never done before. I went through his wallet. Hidden behind his license was a small photograph. A baby, the same age Ashley had described. On the back, written in pink pen, Emma, 6 months. I took a picture of it with my phone and carefully put everything back exactly as I found it. The next morning, I told Marcus I had errands to run. Instead, I followed him to work. He went to his office building normally, but during lunch, he drove to a neighborhood across town. He parked outside a small house with a white fence and flower boxes in the windows. Then he pulled out a key and walked inside like he owned the place. Through the front window, I watched him lift that same baby from the photograph. The brunette woman appeared, kissed him on the cheek, and they sat down together at the kitchen table. A family, his real family, having lunch together while I sat in my car, feeling like the world had tilted sideways. I took photos of everything. Then I drove home and packed. By the time Marcus got home that evening, every trace of me was gone except for one thing. I'd left the baby photo on the kitchen counter with a note. Ashley says hi. He called 17 times that night. I blocked him after the 5th voicemail. The full truth came out over the next few days. Marcus had been married for 3 years. Emma was his daughter. His work trips were actually him going home to his real life. I wasn't his girlfriend. I was his affair. The other woman. Except I hadn't known I was the other woman. His wife, Lauren, found my number in his phone and called me a week later. We met for coffee in this awkward, painful conversation where we pieced together his lies. She'd been suspicious too, but couldn't prove anything. He'd been so careful, maintaining 2 completely separate lives. Here's the strangest part. Lauren and I are actually friends now. We bonded over being deceived by the same person. Sometimes the worst situations create the most unexpected connections. What's the moment you realize someone wasn't who you thought they were? Drop it in the comments. And if this story reminded you to trust your instincts, hit that subscribe button. Sometimes the truth is hiding in plain sight, and sometimes it takes a hairstylist to help you see it.